Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Technology of Beauty, where I have the opportunity to interview the movers and shakers of the beauty business. And folks, today is no exception. We've got Dr. Steve Dayan, and we're here in beautiful San Diego at AIS 22, which is the Aesthetic Innovation Summit 2022. Welcome, Steve.
Hey, it's great to be here.
It's so great to have you here. Now, I have to tell you a few things. First of all, full disclosure, we've been accused of being twin brothers, different mothers. Steve just came off of the stage where he gave, without a doubt, the finest talk I've ever heard predicting the future. Wow. He gave us 10 points to look for. There's no way we can encapsulate it into this brief interview, but I'm telling you, if you're not following Steve Dayan, you are not following aesthetics. So thank you, Steve, for joining us. Let's start with this. Before we talk about the technologies, tell us a little bit about yourself. We'd like to get to know you. Where are you from?
I will definitely get into this, but this is reminding me like Roy Firestone. Are you going to make me cry?
No, I'm not going to make you cry.
I've been wanting to be on the show for so long. I finally got on here, and now I feel like I made it because I just saw you interviewing Brent Saunders, and now I get to come up on here. So thank you for having me. And I don't know, I'm just a simple guy. I like to barbecue on the weekends.
Yeah, yeah. Long walks on the beach.
Yeah.
With
take
your
my
fiance, Sabrina.
I'm facial plastics from Chicago. And,
right.
And I've been doing that for 20 years. But I dabble in a lot of other things. You know, I'm a creative, innovative person. I have an appetite that's hard to satiate when it comes to new and exciting.
You sure do. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up, born and raised in Chicago all around.
Okay.
My dad's an immigrant from Morocco, so I still have a lot of that. And my mom, unfortunately, was disabled with MS. So I kind of raised a lot of myself running around Chicago area for my youth, and I was a horrible student. No one ever gets that, but I was actually a C student in high school, and when I applied to college, I couldn't get in. I got rejected from all my state schools. I go to my father, and I'm like, didn't want to tell him that I didn't get into college because he's like, you're going to be a doctor, because I was a son of an immigrant. Every immigrant's son is going to be a doctor, and I didn't have the heart to tell him. Well, then Wash U in St. Louis came and said, you want to play football? Because I was a football player. And I wasn't the kicker. I was actually a receiver, but everyone thinks I was a kicker. No, I was a receiver. And they asked me if I wanted to play football, and I said, okay, and they let me into the school. So I got into the school based on football, and then I quickly realized my dreams of being an NFL pro player was not going to happen.
Right.
So I gave it up for school. I started studying, and I ended up doing really well, and the rest is history.
That's fantastic. And you went on to then become a doctor, and then otolaryngologist, and then facial plastics.
Yep.
And your practice is in Chicago.
Yep.
All right. Tell us a little bit about your podcast.
Well, so right now, Sabrina Fabi, who's my lovely fiance, is a dermatologist here in San Diego. Her and I together run a program. During COVID, like everyone else, we didn't know what was going to happen. So we were trying to think of other things to do. So we created a training program because we both like to teach. And we started doing virtual training programs. And that has just exploded. And it's virtual education, which we do CME education all around the country. And now we started taking it outside the U.S. to other countries where we're in 5 continents. And what we've done is, what's really unique is we've taken medical education and reality TV, and we've brought it together. So it's fun. If you watch it, like we have people, someone told me last week they were binge watching our programs because they're up online. Who binge watches CME? So we're having a lot of fun with it. Now we have a film crew following us around, and we're documenting the whole series. So stay tuned. Maybe one of these days we'll put it up on YouTube.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I watch it. It's fantastic. Now,
it's called Thriving in Aesthetics, thrivingaesthetics.com.
Yeah, it's all over Instagram and everything, Thriving in Aesthetics. Now, you made 10 bold predictions about this year.
Yes.
We're not going to go through all 10. What I'd like to hear from you is, what do you think the most exciting areas are right now in aesthetics, here and now, and maybe even over the next 5 years? What's really got your attention?
So there's a lot that has my attention, and here at AIS, I cannot believe how many fantastic presentations I've seen, and a lot that piques my interest. Seen great devices that can do things that none of the devices out there do. But I have to say, regenerative medicine clearly is something that we're all circling around and trying to get our hands around it. And exosomes, what's the future of that? Are we going to be injecting them? Are we putting topical? And so I think it's hard not to say that that's one of the key probably fastest growing innovative technologies and excitement coming to the market. So I'm excited about that. And I think the second thing that we really haven't touched on so much that's coming, and I put this as my 10th prediction, is virtual reality in the metaverse. I mean, like, it's coming faster than we realize. And, it could be our avatars that are talking 3-4 years from now and not us. And what does that mean for aesthetics? So I think that that's interesting too.
Will we be operating on our avatars?
So
as opposed to our reality?
They can have Marina Manland.
There you go.
Space on there, right?
Yeah.
And you might be selling Marina nose jobs online,
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Really crazy.
No
So,
question about it. Well, thank you for sharing your time with us here at AIS, and I look forward to the afternoon and hanging with you, and give my regards to Sabrina. Thank you once again. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Grant, always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Steve.
All right.